Vladimir Putin has delivered a very important address to the Russian parliament. It's an annual occasion, and each year his address reflects the priorities of the Russian Federation, of the Russian presidency, the Russian leadership. This year, the priorities of Russia appear to be related to Russia's strategic nuclear deterrence and Russia's role in the world today. Vladimir Putin's address to Parliament came on the heels of a meeting in Europe hosted by French President Emmanuel Macron, where there was a discussion about the potential of NATO nations entering into unilateral agreements with Ukraine to provide conventional military forces to Ukraine. Russia has said since the beginning of the special military operation that the deployment of NATO conventional forces into Ukraine would be a red line that would lead to not just the possibility but the probability of direct conflict between Russia and NATO, which would more than likely end up being a general nuclear war. Fortunately, the majority of NATO nations who received Emmanuel Macron's suggestion rejected it out of hand because they understand the consequences. But that being said, it's somewhat disturbing that European nations and the United States continue to believe that Ukraine is a playground upon which they get to engage in activities designed to achieve the strategic defeat of Russia. And this is the important part of what Vladimir Putin's speech to Parliament emphasized. There will be no strategic defeat of Russia. Russia has built a very capable strategic nuclear deterrent that includes a variety of new weapon systems, nuclear-powered cruise missiles, the Sarmat heavy strategic intercontinental ballistic missile, and the avant-garde hypersonic delivery system. All of these are new. They have no Western equivalent, and all are designed to defeat any Western defenses, missile defenses or otherwise, that could exist. All of these weapons guarantee that any nation that seeks to engage in a strategic conflict with Russia, a nuclear conflict with Russia, will not prevail. While Russia may not be able to survive whatever retaliation these nations put forward, one thing is for certain: no nation will survive any effort to achieve the strategic defeat of Russia. Which brings us to the last and perhaps final part of Vladimir Putin's presentation to the Russian parliament. The idea of Russia as a nation of equal status in the world today. Russia is not a second-rate power. Russia is not a second-class citizen on the global stage. Russia is a major power that possesses a unique culture, a unique civilization. Russia is a nation that has earned its place in the world today. Indeed, according to Vladimir Putin, the world cannot exist without the Russian nation. And therefore, it's time for the United States, for Europe, for NATO, for all nations of the world to understand that Russia is here to stay. Russia is a part of the global community. And anybody who seeks to change this reality to achieve the strategic defeat of Russia is simply entering on a one-way trip to hell.